Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily Gogetemism number 160 for March 14th, 2015. Tonight, I want to talk about the crazy little games that we used to play when we was younger. We're going to take it back a little bit. We're going to get a little nostalgic today and talk about the little spin that we would put on regular games, to make them fun in our way when we was younger. As adults, we still put a spin on games, conventional games, and make them go our way so it can be more fun for us. Like take the game of spades, the card game spades. We'll make the deuce of diamonds a wild card, to make that into a joker, or use the big joker and the little joker. So you know what I'm talking about. When we was younger, we would find ways to make fun out of things that really didn't have any fun in them, but we would find value in things, and that's the greatest thing about being a child. You use your imagination. So we would do something like take a cardboard box, a big cardboard box. If somebody got a new washer or dryer or a TV or a refrigerator or something like that, and they put the box out for the trash after they took the appliance in the house, we would use the box. And we found out that a lot of people in different neighborhoods would play inside of a cardboard box. So a cardboard box could be a race car, it could be a house, it could be a hideout, it could be a go-kart, it could be anything you wanted it to be, because we would make it be what we wanted it to be until we played with that thing so much until we beat it to death, and then finally trash day would come and it would get taken out. Sometimes if the box lasted long enough, we would take it off of the trash lot and put it in a safe place where we could keep on playing with it. That's what kids do, man, and it's always a lot of fun too. Now, another thing that we used to do was you slide down the stairs in a trash bag. So you're small when you're younger. You're small, so you can fit your whole body inside of a trash bag. Sort of like a potato sack. So we'll come up to like here, probably like here, because you might be like 4 feet tall, and slide down the steps. Now, I know a lot of people don't have steps where you can do that, and your steps might not be carpeted. Because if your steps not carpeted and you do it, you stand the chance of getting hurt a little bit. But you know what? We would do it anyway. I mean, we had carpet on our steps when we was younger, but even if we was over at somebody's house, spending the night and that kind of stuff, we would still make sure we got that off in any kind of way. The craziest thing about it was the fun would end sometimes because we was messing up our parents' trash bags. It wasn't like it is now. Now we get our trash bags from Home Depot or some other hardware store, and it's like 20 bags, 20 of those really thick trash bags, and we call them contractor bags. Back in the day it was strictly Glad and Hefty or some kind of off-brand. You know what I mean? And we would slide down the steps in the trash bag, and it would be a lot of fun. Keep doing it over and over and over and over. And that was another thing that we did when we was younger. We spent the night. We ain't have all it. I'm not saying that some people didn't get molested or sexually assaulted and things like that, but it wasn't to the point where it made you afraid to, or it made your parents afraid to let you sleep, spend the night over somebody's house. We did it all the time. Whether it was boys or girls, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We still spent the night. It was a good way to give parents a night off. And ain't no telling what kind of games we invented when you spend the night. Because when you're younger, time seems to go a lot slower than when you're older. And that's probably because you haven't been on Earth a whole lot of time, so every moment seems like a long time because you haven't factored that into when you compare that to the life that you've already lived, it makes it seem a little bit longer. Shout outs to parents who have a situation where they can still allow their kids to spend the night over somebody's house, because it ain't sweet like that no more. A lot of parents say that they will not let their kids spend the night over nobody's house. Maybe you can spend the night over their house, but they not contracting out. I used to love, and all of the kids in my neighborhood used to love getting chased. So any way we could get somebody to chase us, we would do it. So if we could get a crazy wino to to chase us for any reason, maybe we would if we saw him laying in the street or stumbling or something like that, we might run by him and butt and brush him a little bit. He might give chase or whatever. Or somebody that was just crazy out of their mind, cursing kids out and all that kind of stuff. They might give chase. Now, when you're younger, you gotta be fast. You can't be playing no games where you gotta run, but you don't have the jets to be able to get away, because that's on you. You know what I mean? We ain't big enough to defend, not against no grown up. So another thing that we liked doing was getting chased by a stray dog. Remember getting chased by a bad dog? A bad dog. The dog might not even been that bad, but even if we wasn't scared of a dog, you act like you're scared of a dog, so he would chase you. And we would jump on top of the roof of somebody's car or something like that. We must have been crazy. Imagine jumping on the roof of somebody's car nowadays. You're going to get it. And the cars that they make nowadays can't hold the weight of a person like they used to be able to back in the day. We talking about the 70s and the 80s. That was a lot of metal on them cars. So they could stand, even a paint job could stand you standing on a car, a kid or something like that. Try standing on top of a Toyota or a new Nissan nowadays and see if that roof don't cave in. Things are made like aluminum foil. You know what I mean? But that was a lot of fun getting chased by a stray dog. Another thing is you don't see stray dogs no more. Back in the day, you would see stray dogs or a dog that got loose out of somebody's yard, or we might even just go let somebody's dog out of the yard just so he would chase everybody on the block. It was fun. It was nothing like getting chased by a dog, especially if the dog really wasn't bad. So he would chase you and chase you and chase you and catch up with you, and then you realize you ain't doing nothing but racing the dog. He wasn't going to bite you. He wasn't a bad dog. He was a good dog. He was just like Snoopy. He was playing his part as a bad dog, and that was a lot of fun. We used to play in an abandoned car. An abandoned car. It seemed like around my way there was always somebody leaving a car that was unattended for days, weeks, and sometimes months. So after a while, we would find our way into that car, and it had manual windows or whatever, roll down windows. So we roll down the windows, and somebody would be the driver, and then we would simulate going on vacation, to wherever we wanted to go in the world. So you little, you don't really realize that you can't drive to Brazil, you can't drive to Jamaica, you can't drive to London, but we would pretend like we was driving there. So imagine an abandoned station wagon, 2 flat tires or something like that, whatever. The car is broken down, nobody's coming by to claim it, and you got about 6 to 8 little kids inside the car, and one of them is in the driver's seat, and they acting like they driving somewhere, and and they talking to the kids in the back as if they are their kids, because we were acting like our parents did. We had crazy games. We did. This is bigger than just dodgeball and freeze tag and Mother May I and red light, green light, and all of that kind of stuff. You can't forget spin the bottle and catch a girl, get a girl. Speaking of catch a girl, get a girl, this is what Urban Therapy with Son wants to do this year. Look, I'm thinking about putting together the first annual adult catch a girl, get a girl. Yeah, adult catch a girl, get a girl. Think about it. Think about it. Y'all need to really think about this, because I'm putting this thing together, and I think it's going to be hot. We should do it this summer. If we can get this thing off, it'd be innocent. Because when we was little, think about it, catch a girl, get a girl. When you really think about it, what was we going to get once we caught? When we catch the girl, what was we getting? We got a kiss. We got a hug. We might get a little grind. If they had a little something at that age, we get a little, cop a little feel or something like that. A feel, a grind, and a kiss. That was like sex. You know what I mean? Come on, 8, 9 years old. Just getting it in there. We just horny kids. And it hasn't stopped yet. But I'm saying, we learn to control it. Nobody goes to jail. Anyway, think about that though. The adult catch a girl, get a girl. Urban Therapy with Son. We doing it, man. We're going to put together some fly events this year. You know what I mean? Don't forget about the adult class trip. We going on that. Yo, Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. Go back in your childhood and remember those times that you used to have fun with those strange games. And you can have fun nowadays. You know, you can either have fun with your kids, you can have fun with other adults. You know, get back that creativity that you used to have back in the day, man. Make your life a little bit more enjoyable. But think about that. Urban Therapy with Son, first annual. Catch a girl, get a girl. We can call it like a dating thing. I'm gonna put it together for real though. Think I'm playing? I ain't playing. We go out in the park and we can get this thing popping. See, we want to find things to do that don't cost a lot of money. Speaking of things that don't cost a lot of money, that simulate things we used to do back in the day, the Urban Therapy with Son adult class trip is March 21st. That's next Saturday. 30 of us are going down to the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia, and then we're meeting at Con Murphy's for a meet and greet. Yo, it's gonna be fly. Yo, get with me for details about that, man. You know what I mean? Get at me, cause it's gonna be live, man. You don't want to miss it. Don't wait till the next one. Get it done on the first one. Make this thing historic. I will holler at y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. And don't forget urbantherapywithson.com. Go to that website and register for that thing. I'll holler back, y'all. Peace.